Hi, Nate. Thank you so much for joining me on this chat today. I'm just so excited and seriously so blessed that our paths have crossed. How you doing?
Hello. I'm great, thank you, Georgie, and I'm so excited to be talking to you today too. And I feel the same. I think back to even how we met and how this journey that we've been on the last couple of few doesn't even I don't even know how long it is.
I
About
know.
a few weeks,
I
but
think
it's
it's like
been wonderful.
2 months max. I think, if
Yeah.
I remember rightly, you had a session of Heavenly Harmony with,
I had a session of Heavenly Harmony with a wonderful man called Nick,
yeah,
who introduced me to Heavenly Harmony, and then I came across you, and yeah,
the rest
you
is
knew who I was.
history.
You knew who I was, and it was funny that we knew each other already before we even started speaking.
Seriously, I know people talk about this, but I seriously feel like I've met a soul brother, like a soul angel brother. It's like
Yeah,
it's seriously, yeah, really wonderful. When I found out about your beautiful, well, it's not a modality, but it's amazing. Your diamond point activation. It was just like, wow, these two are so similar. So that's basically what we're going to chat about today.
yeah.
How Heavenly Harmony works, how your diamond point activation works, and how they work together. Oh
How
my
they work
god!
together. It's it's absolutely. When I remember reading what you do with Heavenly Harmony and what it was all about, I was like, these two actually go hand in hand.
They do,
One is this and one is that, and when they go together, it's incredible. It's really exciting, and I know that's why we've met now.
absolutely.
Nice for this to happen.
The angels and the beings of light, ascended masters, they've brought us together. So I thought, like, maybe we could start with how you felt, how you enjoyed, or what you loved about doing the Heavenly Harmony practitioner training course online, because you're in Sydney and here
I
I am.
know, a world away. I'm a world away. Look, it's so exciting because I've done a lot of modalities. I've got I've been trained in a lot of different things, and and you sometimes you hear, oh, here's another one, here's another one, here's another one, and there's a lot of different things out there, and there are things that are right for different people. But when I came across Heavenly Harmony, and I had a session with Nick, and it was pretty incredible, and I was like, I need to know more about this, and then I found out that you're offering a course, and we spoke, and I said I can do this online, and I was a pretty busy time of year, but as soon as I started it, I had to finish it
Mm,
because it spoke to me in ways that just felt like it was almost like a little bit of a push from the other side.
yeah.
And what I really loved about it was it all made sense to me. So the way that you explain things, your energy coming through, the it's what was beautiful was there's a beautiful simplicity to it, but it's so powerful. And doing the course online, there's different components and different, the way that you train and learn about it. A lot of different aspects to it. It was a really beautiful way to learn it. I think you've done a really wonderful job of explaining it in the right way and the right order. And it's I was so excited when I got to the end and I could actually do the activation with you and then start to practice it myself. But it was a really interesting course to do online, and I'm so glad that I did it.
So, how do you remember back to your activation when
Yes.
we met on the video call? I can't remember everyone's processes and how it went. How did it go for you when we did it?
Yeah, it was good because I've always been a little. It's funny because when we talk about my one, you'll have a laugh. But
Yeah,
I've always been skeptical about doing things by distance, and even though I've been doing this work for a long time, I do a lot of remote healing work and remote energy work, and just that type of thing. So I do know, but even still, there's a little part of me that goes, oh, will this, is online the same as a lot of people like to do things in person?
yeah, yeah.
But the online one was actually really beautiful. We had that beautiful chat, and then we went into the activation, and we went. The energy that was coming through remotely, just being in this space with you was incredible. And I remember was a really feeling really light, like just light, and but almost like I wasn't actually here. But it was beautiful. It was just felt safe, and I don't know if the word is complete, but what I found was after the activation, I just felt love. It was almost like I was love and radiating love, and it just thought you would look. I was looking at the world with, ah, this is how we're meant to be looking at the world. And that's how what I walked away with. Also, very excited to be able to do the activation. Oh, yes, yes, big
Kind,
time. Yeah,
basically, love
yeah.
and kindness. And it's
Mm.
interesting you said about the complete, because I felt when I had your activation online, um, it was like a missing piece of the puzzle for me. But we'll talk more about that next.
Yes, yes, how they work
Yeah, so
together.
it's interesting that it's like we both, in a way, needed these
Mm.
for each other to have the sort of like missing bits of the puzzle, and they're sort of like brother and sister go hand
Oh,
in
yeah, that does feel like that, doesn't it? It's really lovely.
hand.
And what's what I love about it too is you don't need to do both of them. Like you don't have to.
No, you don't
You
have
could
to.
do one or you could do the other, but if you do them together and you've actually got both of these in your tool belt, it's almost like oh, I can't even think what it's like, but it's basically just being feeling forward. You can wake up and you can face the day
Yes,
with just something extra in your step, like a little bit of a spring in your step, because you'd feel, I'm going to say, supported and safe, and just that love can come through in every interaction that you have. And I think that's a really beautiful way in the world that we've got at the moment. And there's ups and turbulence, and there's we have terrible days, awful days, but you can get through those days in a little bit of a different way. I think it makes me feel a bit more resilient to face the day, and even on those really, and when it's a good day, it's actually a great day.
absolutely, absolutely. I would say it's like having your angelic team, well, galactics. It's
Yeah.
plus um your angel within, and
Yes.
with the activation, the diamond point, it's like it's all on steroids. It's like whoa.
Yeah.
And I have to say, but I have to point out that we have to remember to use the tools. You can't just like, oh, there's another certificate on my wall. You have
Yes.
to use the tools, and that's what Nick, who's done both my
Yeah.
training and your activation, that's what he says. Like, you get the miracles occurring in your life when you do the work with the tools you've been given. And
Yeah, so
that's
you can go and learn a modality, you can do a course, you can do that, but it's really up to you with what you do with it when you walk out of that room, or when you finish the Zoom call, or when you finish that, or when the lessons are over. You have to be able to put that into practice. It's like I always talk about. I know a few people. They do course after course after course after course after course, and they jump from this to this to this to this to this, but they never actually take this beautiful knowledge or opportunities from what they're learning. Because my biggest thing is it's all about growth in this human experience. What are we learning? What are we growing? And if it's almost like you're taking the elevator up every time you do a course, but you're actually not getting out on each floor and actually seeing what's around on that floor. So you can go all the way to be the CEO, but you actually don't know how to do any of that stuff that you've learned or how to integrate it together. And it's actually, you might have it all up here, but you don't have it here, and you're not able to share that with the world, or take that with you. So it's almost like it's really important to take the tools and use them, and actually, and also experiment with them, actually pay attention to what's happening with them, because the way that you use it, or your experience with one person is going to be different with another. And with the heavenly harmony sessions I've given to people,
oh yeah, I'm
they're
excited
so
to know.
different. They're so different. The feedback I've got, it's so beautiful. One person this happened, one person this happened, another one this happened, but the feedback is so different. But the overarching sort of theme is it works, but you have to pay attention to what's going on, and actually, and what I love is I just enjoy that now, because I never know what's going to happen,
Yeah,
and that's what I love too.
absolutely. I 100% agree with everything you've just said, and I can't say it any more eloquently. Um, Yeah, I've noticed that. I mean, I'm not going to mention any names, but heavenly harmony is a little bit like Peloa in that it meets you where you are and what you're able to receive and take on board. So, for instance, as a client, if you're not ready for certain things, it will give you what you're ready for, and it will hold you in that loving space, and you'll get what you need at that moment in time. So, one lovely lady said it was like having psychic surgery. Well, I'd call it angel surgery because it's not
Yes.
because it's not psychic. It's the
No.
angel within
Yeah.
the practitioner connecting to the angel within the client, working, from the inside out. And the angels obviously are there, and other beings, which we'll talk about in a sec. So, it's so basically someone's had that sort of experience, and another person would have said, oh my goodness, like whilst I had the session, I really did connect with the angel inside me, and I saw her wings, and I felt this and I felt that. And then other people, it's like they'll go into a deep, deep sleep, and they'll just wake up feeling loved, peaceful, and in harmony, because heavenly harmony is about creating heaven here on earth.
And
So,
do you know what? Do you know what? A lot of people want to have an experience, but sometimes when I do my work and I hear the person has gone to sleep, I actually really like that for them, because what is happening then is their body and their energy and the helpers and all the spirits and all everything that's sort of leaning into what is happening at that time is putting them into a space for the energy to work without them blocking it. It kind of takes them out of it so that they can go to sleep. So the energy can come to work and they're not kind of interfering with it, and just that it works so that when they wake up, I know that they have actually had beautiful stuff happening that perhaps they weren't meant to know about, because they just needed a bit of a gentle, energetic sort of a helper. I don't know what the word helper, but I love it. I like it when I hear that they've gone to sleep, because I know the energy is working then, because it's actually taken them to where they need to go, so the energy can just do its work, because everything is energy. And that's when I kind of just go, yeah, yeah.
I'm one of those people. So I get knocked out. Sometimes it feels like I've had an anesthetic, but obviously it's an angel anesthetic. And yeah, I have to
An
get.
angel aesthetic.
Oh,
That's
oh my
a new
goodness.
one.
So I think, shall we talk a little bit about your diamond point activation?
Sure. Sure. Well, I can tell you that originally it's a tool that came about when I was asked to I was asked to be a guest at a workshop in Queensland here in Australia. So I'm in Sydney, and I was invited to a workshop in Sydney, and I was wanting to run a workshop I wanted to be called Universe Amaze Me. And during the time in the lead up to that, I do these things called light walks, where I actually walk with angels. So in the morning, I'll call in an angel, so say Archangel Michael or Archangel Michael, and I spend the day with them. And what I love about that is, by spending the day with them, I get to know them, and it's a beautiful way, if you haven't worked with angels, to get to know them, is to do these light walks. They gave me something very different to do by the time I got to that retreat. And the night before that retreat, and I trusted the process, the night before my workshop, I had this activation, which was an actual point that you can use to raise your frequency and actually connect you in with the angelic realm. Now, what's come out of that since then is a little bit more. I know a little bit more, much more about it now, because it was very new to me when I did it. And I've been running this for it's over a year now. And there were 15 people in that workshop, and I can tell you that the people in that workshop are telling me that they're still using it, and they're actually doing a bit more with it. But what it does is it raises your frequency, so you can connect with the angelic realm. But it also, when your frequency is being raised, it can protect your auric field and protect your auric field, and it can also ground you, because what it does is because when you a lot of people raise their energy, they can go a little bit woo-woo off the fairies, but you don't want to go off with the fairies too much, because we are having a human experience. But this beautiful diamond point keeps you grounded while raising your frequency. It connects you with Archangel Michael. It connects you with your guardian angel, and it also does a few other things, but ultimately what it does is it removes the blocks that we put in place ourselves, or that other people put. We let other people block our own inner light, and the diamond point actually gives you a space where the more you use it, and it only takes an instant to use, you can use it instantly, you can use it in a shopping center, you can use it in a meditation, you can use it in so many different ways, but it gives you an opportunity for your own inner light, which is unlimited and powerful, to connect in with you again and start running through you so that you can use it day to day in what you're doing. And what I love about it is hearing people start to thrive because they are connecting with that beautiful, their own inner light, their own inner energy, and becoming the light that they are, that has potentially been dimmed or cut off, or they haven't been able to access it. So that's the diamond point. So it's a point that you can touch. It's where you use your hands, make a little connection with some of your fingers, use it instantly, and that's what that is. So yeah, so that's the diamond point.
And it's amazing. So I'm going to share a little bit about my experience with the diamond point. So obviously everyone who knows me knows that I've been working with angels donkey's years, and I've channeled a couple of modalities to do with angels. But what I found it did for me was really ground me. And so therefore, the more grounded I am, it was like, well, I explained it to you on your review. When I do it now, I walk with angels. Well, I sing with them.
Yes.
I've been doing the angel point activation. The angel point. You do the activation. We do the point.
Yeah.
And I walk along the beach because I'm lucky to live by the beach.
Yeah.
And I just call in my team, and I'm very connected to Michael. Got a little Michael somewhere hiding in there. And I call in all of my team, and I connect to the angel inside me, or the light as you refer to it, and I walk along and I sing their names, and I get really, really grounded. Like, I've always had trouble grounding. Some people might call me a space cadet or whatever. And I've struck, grounding's been a big issue for me all my life, and this angel point really helps me to ground like nothing else. People have taught me things like thump here, do this, do that. This is instant grounding for me, and it can take me from, I've had a lot of grief, as you know, having a bereavement, and it's really helped, really, really helped me not snap out of the grief, but snap out of how I can get when I'm emotional, and I can wobble and get very ungrounded. So it's helping me stay grounded with my emotions, really connected with my team. I use it with Heavenly Harmony when I'm doing sessions for people.
Interesting, because I did that too recently. So there you go. I didn't tell you that. You didn't know that. We haven't spoken about that at all. I've used it in my last session as well. I suddenly was doing it, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I meant to." And I was like,
yeah,
wow. There you go. So they are meant to be.
They are meant. Yeah, they're very, very linked. For me, and also what I find, it's like I remember the oneness, and of course there is a little bit of Archangel Michael in all of us. We've all got that essence. God is my strength within us, and it's like when I do the point, and I'm still doing it now.
I can tell. Yeah.
I know you can tell. It's like it's like they all like amalgamate, and they're like in me, within the within, as I call it, and beyond the beyond around me, and it's like I said to you, I feel like Wonder Woman. I really do. When I do it,
Because you know why, Georgie? Because you're actually connecting with you're connecting with the angelic realm. You're being protected. You've got Archangel Michael protecting you. But when your inner light is charging through with that light, you are powerful. You are unlimited. You are becoming. And it's funny the way that you stand is you actually stand you do the point behind your back, but you stand there with your sort of your shoulders back and your chest out, and you stand there with this beautiful confidence because you have the power. You are powerful. You are powerful and unlimited. And what I love is that is coming through for what you're doing. And in relation to heavenly harmony, is you awaken the angel within, and then you do the diamond point. So you're actually connecting with the angelic realm at the same time. So you're actually like doubling. It's like it is you are. No wonder you're feeling like Wonder Woman. You're doubling up with these beautiful gifts and beautiful tools. And what's really beautiful about them both, the more you do each of them, the more benefit. So you can do the heavenly harmony again. You can do if you do the course with you can learn to do the self transformation. And I got to about day 16 of the 21-day challenge, and we hit Christmas, and it was like, so I didn't do the 21-day, but I did. But what I did find was I just getting up to that point, I was happy I was able to do it. But I found that I missed doing it when I missed it, and I've started to do it again in this year. So I'm back doing the transformation, and so doing the diamond point. I would say beautiful. It's just beautiful, and I wake up in the morning, and life is good, and I know that every day. I'm not saying that these two together will make everything perfect, because as you know, you've got your bereavement going on. But what is beautiful about this is, so you take an ordinary day and you wake up and it becomes extraordinary, and then every day becomes extraordinary, and then that actually keeps you up at a different point. So when you're using these modalities, what's happening is you're actually going higher and higher and higher, because we don't want to be living this life, this human experience, like this. We want to be actually able to see the joy and see the love and see the beautiful stuff around us, even when it's I don't want to say the S word, like when it's crap.
No, I was going to say angels are okay with us using the
and they are.
They don't mind.
I don't know some of the people that might see this, and if my mum watched it. But it's beautiful.
So basically, what was I going to say? One more thing I want to say about the how it's all come together. Heavenly harmony and diamond point. I've noticed my voice has got stronger. Without me even trying, I'm now chesting a bit more than I ever have in my life. So it's given me the confidence to not be like, and it's like, wow. Because, so I feel that it will really help with speaking the truth, speaking our truth with love, with that combination of doing the diamond point and then doing the heavenly harmony, creating the heaven on earth for our day ahead. It's just wow. We're just so blessed.
We are blessed. We are truly blessed, and to understand. And what I really love is that if you're new to this type of thing, that I find that the clients that come to me are at a certain point in their journey.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've had enough. They've had enough of the old ways, and they've had enough of things aren't working for them. But they've probably started to do the work to start to take a different view on stuff. And they're ready to move forward and find growth. So if the people that are coming to me, I don't know if it's the same for you. It's my clients are more about moving forward and taking charge of things now, and letting that. And I forgot. There was a really important point here that I was going to say, and it's going to come back to me. But it's about when you let that when you're able to sort of wake up in the day and let and actually see the world from a different perspective, because perception creates reality.
Mm-hmm.
And if you wake up in the day and everything's woe is me, negative, what this really beautiful thing is it starts to open the doorway to seeing the world in a beautiful way, where your consciousness is expanding, and because you're expanding. And when you can actually open up and actually start to look around a little bit more instead of having this really narrow view, that's what's really like. So if you're new to this, these modalities both give you a beautiful way to start moving forward. And even if you don't know these things very well, or it's new to you, you can take those little steps, and then you'll find that you start to take strides, and then you'll be flying. You'll be like, and you look at yourself in a year from now, and you won't even know if that person that you were when you began this. And that's a lot of the feedback that I've got from people that have done the diamond activation. And I know already from the people that have done Heavenly Harmony with, they're feeling these massive transformations in such a small amount of time. And people, I've had people come back to me and say, wow, I have never had a session like that with the Heavenly Harmony. And it was like, what happened? It was so incredible. And I had one woman, this was beautiful, she actually said to me, I looked in the mirror after that session and I felt beautiful. And she said, I've never felt beautiful. And I spoke to her today because I wanted to check in with her and see how it was after, it was a week ago that
Wow.
she still is feeling that. And she's actually telling people that she feels beautiful.
Wow.
So from me to you, that's the beautiful transformation that Heavenly Harmony has gifted this wonderful woman to actually see herself the way that I see her, but the way that she couldn't see herself. And I think that is amazing. That's the type of stuff that's coming back.
Seeing through the eyes of angels, like we do.
Yes,
basically. Yes. So, Nate, what I thought we'd do, because we'll be wrapping up our little chat soon, is I'd like you to see if you're guided to be given a number between 1 to 44.
Oh yes. Okay, so I'm getting 16.
16, okay. Right, now I'm gonna find my oracle book whilst we do that, and this should all work absolutely fine. Whilst I'm thinking, can I click on to, will my camera still stay here if I'm clicking onto number 16? But you know what I might do is this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to write in the blurb. I'm going to blurb what the message is, who the agent is, because this is I've been guided that I need to create an oracle book to give to all the Heavenly Harmony practitioners.
Oh wow, yes.
And in the oracle book, so I remember number 16, in the oracle book there's 44 messages, all from different masters, angels, archangels, beings of light, star beings. And with each message there is a track from Seraphisa that people can listen to. So I'm in the process of getting that ready. All the messages are there. It's just I didn't realise who it was meant for. So it's meant for the practitioners. Other people will be able to get hold of it at some point. So that's what I'm going to do. At the end of the video, go and have a list, go and have a look, and you will see Nate's link, my link, and of course the message from the relevant angel or being of light. It's actually 16.
Can I just tell you something really quickly? 27. It's actually 27. I'm changing it. 27. No. It's changed in the time I was talking to you. I said 16. But what I'm hearing now is 27. 27.
Okay, that's going to be, I think that's Ascended Master, because I don't remember, deliberately I don't remember the numbers, because I don't want to give someone a number, because I think they should have that angel. So anyway, so before we go, I want you to just share your details at your website. I will put it in the links below.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just say your website for me.
You can find me on Pellowa.space. So that's Pellowa, PELLOWAH.space, which is just SPACE. And you can find me there. I'm also on Facebook at Universe Amaze Me, but Pellowa.space is where you can find me.
And I'll put the link below. So thank you.
Thank you, Georgie, for having me. Lovely to speak with you.
I need to put my glasses on so I can stop the recording. So thank you so much. Lots of love to you, Nate, and I can't
To
wait.
you. The angel in me honors the angel in you.
Thank you. I'm so glad you said that, because the angel in me honours the angel in you, and the angel in us honours all the beautiful angels that are watching and have watched this video. Lots of love to you, Nate. Lots of love to everyone.